Do you ever wonder why your child seems so inflexible? Why they fall apart when things don't go exactly the way they imagined? Or why a small change in routine feels like a giant crisis? It can seem like they're intentionally being stubborn or spoiled or trying to make your life harder, but I'm going to tell you what's actually beneath this inflexible behavior that can leave you feeling drained. Think of your child's day like a puzzle that they've been carefully trying to piece together in their mind. How the morning is going to go, how they're going to play in the afternoon, what bedtime is going to be like. When things go the way they imagine, that's the puzzle pieces fitting together. And their brain is saying, yes, this is exactly how it's supposed to go. This makes sense. The world makes sense. And I don't have to be on high alert. But when something changes for them, it's like trying to jam in the wrong pieces in the wrong spots. And because the pieces are in the wrong spots, their brain gets stuck on this isn't right. This isn't how it's supposed to be. They see the situation they're in as a problem, which means their fight or flight response kicks in. And that's when you see all of these inflexible behaviors, the complaints, the refusals, and the meltdowns. That's why your child might get really upset if you take a different route home from school or if you pick them up later than they thought you would. This is actually just them sensing that something is off. And now their nervous system is on high alert. So let's talk about two ways that their overworking nervous system might show up. The first is that they want to know how things are going to go and they get really upset if things change. The second is that they want to control everything. So let's talk about that first one where they want to know how everything is going to go and get upset when things change. As I mentioned, kids in their minds build this internal puzzle of how things are going to go, how things are going to fit together so that they feel comfortable. When life follows that picture, it feels right. The puzzle is put together the right way and their brain can rest. And routines and predictability help with this a lot because they know ahead of time how the puzzle pieces are going to fit together. But if you change even one piece, let's say you make tacos instead of spaghetti, or dad picks them up instead of you, it doesn't fit the picture they've been building in their mind. And their brain doesn't see these as small shifts. They see the whole puzzle being off. Their brain is thinking, now I have to manage all of this chaos. That's why you might hear, but you said we were going to the park, even if you just found out that it's raining. Or at bedtime, you might hear, no, but you promised we'd read 3 books when you only have time for 2. For them, that messes up the puzzle that they've been trying to keep together nicely. And again, this is so depleting for us. Really, what it is they're feeling internal chaos. And what they're expressing in their behaviors is the chaos that they're feeling inside. Now, let's talk about the second behavior you might see when their nervous system is working so hard to try to make things go the way they imagine in their head. And that second behavior is that they try to control everything. That's because if kids can control a few pieces of the puzzle, then they don't feel as powerless when new pieces get thrown in or other pieces get moved. That's why your kids might insist on picking out their own clothes, even if it's shorts in the winter, or they may refuse dinner unless it's exactly what they expected. These choices give them a sense of power, which means they're spending less energy with the chaos that has been caused in their mind when other people are trying to put in different pieces in different places. What appears like bossiness or trying to get everyone to do everything they want is actually their way of saying, I don't believe I can handle all of the things that are coming at me. So, what do you do about this? Because it actually does not help to give your child too much control. That will actually make them feel unsafe as well. They need to know that there's a strong adult in charge. But what you can do instead, when things are going to be a certain way and they didn't expect it, is give them a piece of the puzzle that they can hold on to that helps them feel more in control. So here's what this might sound like. At dinner time, you might say something like, yes, dinner has changed, but the fruit we talked about is still on your plate. Or if there's a change of plans, it might be, we can't go to the park today, but we are still going to go to the library as planned. Or at school pickup, it might be, your mom can't pick you up today, but she will still be at dinner as planned. So you're helping them reshift their attention away from the threat and onto the thing that they are familiar with. You aren't fixing the whole puzzle for them, but you're shifting their attention onto the things that do fit so that the mismatch doesn't seem so overwhelming. So you don't have to spend your whole life rearranging everything so that your child stays calm. You just need to give them small anchors so their nervous system feels safe enough to bend instead of break. When you do this, your child will learn that changes don't destroy their puzzle. They can learn to focus on the pieces of the puzzle that are still intact. And then kids who like to be in control realize they can get that sense of control from their own minds instead of trying to control everything around them. If you want more support for raising kids who feel things strongly and have big reactions, check below the video. There are more free resources for you that can help you understand how to handle situations and foster more resilience in the long run. Take care. I'll see you again soon.